Sarah, your River Valley Community College librarian. My job is to help students find the research and the resources that they need. Today we were going to look at resources specific to OTA and PTA students. To access the library's resources, we'll start at the homepage for the college. First thing you need to do is come up to Student Support and then choose Puxta Library. This brings you to the library's homepage. We are going to scroll down and then choose Students and Start Research Here. This brings us to a list of guides created for specific majors. So basically they're created so that we can take all the resources that students in those majors need and put them in one place. So if we scroll down, we will see the guides for both OTA and PTA. Today we're going to take a look at the one for OTA. And here it is. The first thing that comes up are some specialized databases. We're going to take a look at those in just a moment. Next, you have eReserve textbooks. So the library has copies of some of your textbooks on eReserve, which means that you can access them electronically. However, there's only one copy of each. Next, there are some general databases, as well as books and ebooks. So you have access to a collection of more than 200,000 ebooks that you can search right here. You can read those either on campus or off campus. There's also a tab here if you want to see books that are at the Puxta Library. Then we have some exam resources for when you start to prepare for your professional exam. APA resources to help you with formatting and citations for your papers. And then some video tutorials, help, feedback, and for fun, a question of the week. And as you can see on each of these pages, we have a chat box that is staffed by people in the Puxta Library. So you can ask us questions and we'll get right back to you. Here we are back on the Specialized Resources page. And as you can see, there are several different databases to choose from. They all have descriptions to help you. For today, though, we're going to choose HealthSource, which is a nursing and allied health database. And we're going to begin by putting in some keywords. So let's say, for instance, we just put in occupational therapy, and we press search. The database brought back 5,230 articles, which is quite a bit. So you may want to add some keywords to narrow your search a little bit. In this case, I'm going to put "and autism." Now notice I use the word "and." That tells the database that I'm looking for two separate subjects. The first thing I want is something on occupational therapy. And then the second thing is that it also has to do with autism. So it's very important to put the word "and." I'm going to press search. And now my search is down to 238, which is still quite a bit. So I could put in additional keywords, or I can come over here to the left-hand side and I can use some of these tools to limit my results. Now, one important one is the publication date. In a lot of cases, you're going to want to make sure that you have the most current research possible. In this case, we're going to look for an article from the past 5 years. So I'm going to put in 2016. And now we have 142 to choose from. Other things over here, this database defaults to full text, but occasionally you may be in a database where you see a mixture of full text articles and books that you can read right then, as well as just citations. If you need to have access to the full text, you can click on the little box and it will take out everything that is not in full text and is not available for you to read right away. Another thing you may see in some databases is a little box that says available in the library or something to that effect. And that would be for anything that's physically in the library. So if we had a book or a DVD on the subject, you could click that box and it would show you only things that are in the library. In this case, though, I'm looking for an article. The first one is Canine Assisted Occupational Therapy for Children on the Autism Spectrum. So this one looks pretty interesting. One thing I especially like is that it's from November of 2020, so it's quite current. There are two things I can do here. I can either click on the title, which will bring me to information about the article, or I can go directly to the full text. So I chose the full text. You can see that the article is here. I can view this either at home or on campus. Other tools over here, you can print the article, you can save it to your Google Drive, you can email it, you can also send it as a link. So if you need to share this with your professors or let's say post it in a discussion board, it's important to take this link here because it includes all of the login information for River Valley. If you choose this link on the top, that's not a permanent link, it's temporary. So in a couple days it won't work and it won't bring your instructor or your fellow students to the article. So press the link to make sure that you get a permanent link. The last thing I want to highlight for you is this little kind of yellow piece of paper. That's a citation tool. And what you can do is scroll down and it will give you an APA citation. One thing to keep in mind is a lot of times these will contain errors because they're created by computers, not by humans. This one, in fact, has quite a few capitalization errors. So you always want to double check it with either an APA manual, the tools that I showed you on your research guide, or you can ask any of the librarians at the library and we'll be happy to help you with that. That was just a very, very brief intro to all of the resources that we have available to you. Please don't hesitate to reach out and ask for help. I love doing research, so I will be super excited if you contact me.